Hey guys, this is Jason at Ken Sporting Goods. We're almost to 1,000 Instagram followers. Tell your friends, like us, come down and see us. Thank you so much for your loyalty.
What up, y'all? Boostman here with another quick 2 cent. If you want to ensure that you're always making progress and moving forward with your development, you need to A, develop a relentless work ethic and refuse to be outworked. And B, do more of the things that you don't like to do. Doing what's hard will always provide the best opportunity for growth and ensure you're always moving forward. So work hard and do hard things. Boostman.
And what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Inland Sports YouTube channel. We got some high school football highlights on this Friday night and some big storylines here in week number 0. This will be very short and also informal. Just some scores, highlights, what went down tonight, and it'll be very short. And again, just kind of going over some of the big stories that we have here. We did not have the whole team tonight. Normally in high school football, during the season, we have Sports Weekly Live on IEMG. Simply put, we don't have the funding right now. So as soon as we get the funding, we will bring back the show. Fingers crossed. Hopefully the show will come back next week. But until then, we're just going to do what we can. We have to cut back on our coverage quite a bit, but we'll do what we can in the meantime. So you just get me tonight. You get a couple games of highlights. We'll go over some of the scores, like I said, and some of the big stories tonight. But so if you're watching tonight, thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to the Inland Sports YouTube channel. We'd appreciate it. Give it a like, and maybe even give it a thanks down there as well. All right. Let's get to the highlights here. Actually, you know what? Real quick, before we get to the highlights, there's a couple big, I'd say about 5 big storylines that came in tonight as we're throwing this little show together. One is Elsinore getting a big stop on a 2-point conversion to beat Grand Terrace by 1. Congratulations to the Tigers out there. Huge win there. Tommy Leach, Roosevelt beating King tonight, giving Tommy Leach career win number 100. Congratulations to Coach Leach. Let's see. Oh, and then also the Kaiser running backs. Big shout out to head coach Billy Cardosi. Hit me up with a text. Man, listen, we had these guys on the Inland Sports Show last year, so we knew they were really, really good. We're talking about Kyle Tyler and Jonathan Marshall. Kyle Tyler tonight, 4 touchdowns in the game, 330 yards on the ground. Unbelievable. And for Marshall, he went for 149 yards, and let's see, he had 2 touchdowns. So that big-time running back duo for the Kaiser Cats having a huge outing tonight. All right, also a huge outing. How about Orange Vista? Head coach Greg Zomalt hit me up on the old text. And his freshman quarterback, yes, a freshman. We had him on the show a couple of weeks ago on the Inland Sports Show. Khalil Abdulaziz threw for 341 yards, 4 touchdowns. He is just 14 years old as a freshman. Orange Vista getting a nice win tonight. Give him a shout out. And then finally, Darren Harris from Indian Springs High School, the Coyotes. Big win on the road at Desert Hot Springs. Darren Harris did a little bit of everything. He threw for 3 touchdowns, he ran for 2 touchdowns, and he had a pick 6 for a touchdown. Yeah, that is 6 touchdowns in all. 5 offensive, 1 defensive for Darren Harris, a.k.a. Binky. So big game for Indian Springs. Nice win on the road. All right, so again, this will be very short, very informal. We'll show you what we got. It's not your normal Sports Weekly on IEMG, in case you're just joining us live right now. We are hopeful that we will have Sports Weekly Live back next week. That is the plan. Again, we just need the funding. We have a whole team behind the scenes, but until we get that funding, we just can't make it happen. And for Inland Sports, we simply don't have enough sponsors right now to send people out in the field. So you're stuck with me and little, the scraps we could throw together here. So let's get to the highlights. And let's start with a big game on Riverside TV. It was our Ken Sporting Goods must-see game. And man, we got this one right this week because it did turn into a big game. North and Ramona. Let's go out to Ram High out there. 21-19 in the fourth quarter in this game. Nathan Johnson, the long pass play, that'll take the Rams down to the goal line, or at least about the 5. And that would set up a big Bo Bruins touchdown run. So that would make it 28-19. North would come back, make it a 28-25 game with about, 4.5 minutes left in the game. This happened. Ramona clinging to a 3-point lead when Bruins breaks off this long touchdown run. And that would be it. Ramona wins 35-25 against JW North in the unofficial championship game in the city of Riverside. But Ramona is loaded. We knew that. We have them high in our Boost Top 25 rankings for good reason. Nice win for Ken Mashinsky and the Reds tonight on Riverside TV. All right, moving along here. This was another game on Riverside TV, and this one was pretty special because it was the first ever game on campus for Arlington High School. They'd always been playing on the road, usually at Ramona High School, of course, but now playing their first ever game. And they were taking on the Lakeside Lancers tonight in that first ever game, trying to break in their new stadium with a victory. And I should say tomorrow night is the Hall of Fame dinner. I will be out there. I'm honored to be the MC for their first inaugural Hall of Fame class, but they were trying to get a big win tonight to set up that special Hall of Fame ceremony tomorrow. So let's go on campus, for the first time to Arlington High School and check this one out. Lions taking on Lakeside in this one on Riverside TV. It was close, so we'll pick it up in the second half, and the Lancers trailing by a score of 14-7 to start the fourth quarter. The touchdown run there makes it 14-13. So now the Lancers going for the 2-point conversion, and watch the second effort here. Getting in for the touchdown, somehow squeezing through that pile. Guys, that would be it. Lakeside spoils Arlington's first game in the new stadium. Final score of 15-14, and that would be it. If you want to see this entire game, just like the entire JW North versus Ramona game, you can head on over to the City of Riverside YouTube channel right now and see that entire game. All right, another fun one here. San Jacinto taking on Redlands East Valley tonight at Redlands High School. And the Jack up big as head coach Eric Galliano in a Oh, a fun mood as usual, right? It was 28-0 already, Tigers on top, and that defense would make things very tough for the Wildcats in this one, including their star quarterback, who's just a sophomore, Isaiah Hawley. Here on the punt attempt, check out the scoop and score, but guys, this one is going to come back. You be the judge. Should this one come back? I know you can't see the whole field and everything going on, but this touchdown would not count. But what was kind of bizarre here is that they bring that touchdown back, but then moments later, San Jacinto takes back another touchdown. I think that was David Myers. So they got the touchdown anyways, 35-0 San Jacinto. And that defense would not give the Wildcats much. The turnover there, that would set up another touchdown here for the Tigers. And they would go on to the big win, 48-8 against Redlands East Valley tonight. Shout out to Coach Galliano out there. He texted me tonight. I appreciate it. He said, how did the team look? I'm like, they look really good, maybe even better than last season. And that was a really good team at the Jack last season, but they look really good again. And big win tonight against Redlands East Valley, 48-8, the final score. All right, again, one of the teams we show a lot on Sports Weekly Live on IEMG. Again, we're hoping to bring that back next week for the city of San Bernardino is the San Bernardino Cardinals. They were taking on Desert Mirage tonight. The Cardinals, remember last year, they made a playoff run, man. Head coach Sean Collins really turning around the Cardinals, and they look really good tonight against the Desert Mirage Rams. That's Xavier Alvarez, the quarterback, trotting in for the touchdown, and that was like 15 seconds into the game. I mean, that was the first offensive play from scrimmage for the Cardinals score. And there's Alvarez again. Take that, rewind it back down the sideline and in for Cardinal City. And just like that, San Bernardino with a couple touchdowns on the board. And they would continue to dig a big hole for Desert Mirage in this one. Another score here for San Bernardino. They're going to win 78-0 against Desert Mirage. Nice win for the Cardinals to kick things off. And again, could be another great season for the Cards. Maybe another deep playoff run for San Bernardino. George Jones, the interception there for the Cards. That would set up another touchdown. And again, 78-0 for San Bernardino, getting a big win tonight. And some of these highlights that you're watching here on this Friday night recap, we will put these on the Inland Sports YouTube channel, so you can go back and check those out at your leisure. All right, let's come back here in the studio, a.k.a. my living room tonight. Let's see, we got one more game. Oh, this was a game from Teen Vision, TV16. My guy Bradford Evans and Miles Martin on the call for this one. Vista Del Lago had head coach Mike Toohey on the Inland Sports Show this past week. VDL going up against Citrus Hill, and it was the debut for head coach Jordan Panioka for the Hawks. But man, he had to go against Showtime Patterson, the QB for Vista Del Lago, the touchdown strike there. And then Patterson's going to let it fly again. He's got an open man behind the defense for another touchdown. Patterson, MVP of the league as a freshman, all CIF, now as a sophomore. There's 1, 2, 3 touchdown strikes as Vista Del Lago goes on to a big win tonight on Teen Vision TV16 against Citrus Hill. I think it was 56-0 the final score. Great Odin's Raven. Big win for Vista Del Lago. All right, so let's see if I could do this real quick. I'm not sure if I'm going to, maybe I could try to do this. I'm going to see if I can pull up the scores from the Inland Sports website right now. It's you can go to sportswithpep.com or inlandsports.wordpress.com. It'll take you to the same exact place, and you can find all the scores from tonight. We're going to be updating those as well. And let's see. I told you this was going to be very informal tonight, as again, we're not in studio. I don't have the whole team. It was just me throwing together some highlights and some scores from tonight. So let's see. If I did this right, we might be able to go to the website. Give me like 10 more seconds here. If this doesn't work, we'll just wrap it up. Let's see. Let's go to Window, Configure, blah, 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 Google Chrome, this and that. Oh, you know what? I think I might have done it. All right, let's see. So now, do I got my microphone? I do got my microphone. Okay, so let's see if I got this now. Now let's see if we can go to the website. Oh, come on, computer. My computer doesn't want to cooperate, of course. Of course. Oh, there we go. There is the website. And if I did this correctly, I might be able to scroll down. I love this. Out there at the Jack, they have the Nature Boy. And that is, of course, Ric Flair. Woo! Right? The Nature Boy, man. Who doesn't love the Nature Boy? If you make a big play on defense, I think it was if you get a sack, you get to wear the Nature Boy robe and the championship belt. But again, there's the scores. We're going to fill these in. There's a couple out there still outstanding. We'll fill those in as soon as the show is over. But again, this is inlandsports.wordpress.com or sportswithpep.com. Either way, it will get you there, and that is the Inland Sports website. We will be posting scores and schedules every single week throughout the high school football season. So again, those are the scores coming in tonight. A couple that might jump out at you. Beaumont holding off Murrieta Mesa 17-13. That was a game that was on KMET 1490 AM with Mitch McClellan, our good friend over there. You can hear Beaumont all season long on the radio dial and online at KMET. Centennial 85-0 against Santiago. How about Vista Murrieta and Great Oak? That was a close game. Broncos win by 6. Linfield Christian getting a big win against Loara. We're scrolling down. We told you about Kaiser and their running backs, Tyler and Marshall going off tonight. Elsinore holding off Grand Terrace to get that big win. A.B. Miller against Colton, 19-16. Let's see what else kind of jumps out at me down the list. Blah, 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 blah. We saw J.W. North and Ramona, Lakeside. Hey, La Sierra getting a win tonight. That's nice for the Eagles, 32-18 against Whittier Christian. And Orange Vista, we saw 35-13. We talked about their great freshman quarterback helping the Coyotes start with a win. Paloma Valley beating Temescal Canyon 41-37. This might be Paloma Valley's bounce-back season. We might have to put those guys in the rankings. Congratulations to the Wildcats getting a big win against, I'd call them a rival, right? Temescal Canyon, 41-37 tonight. And there's some Saturday games. Big Bear in action against Victor Valley at 1:30. Arrowhead Christian and Arroyo Valley and Arrowhead Christian at Redlands High School at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. That'll be TJ Stanford, the new head coach for the Hawks, his debut going up against ACA. Chaparral at Mission Hills in the San Diego area. New View Bridge in action, Temecula Prep in action. So we do have several games coming up on Saturday. And again, come back to this exact link on the Inland Sports website, and we will update the scores. And again, if I scroll down a little bit farther, a lot of the stuff you find on our YouTube channel, you'll find down here as well, like last night's recap, senior writer Daryl Trujillo filing a lot of good stuff, including volleyball. And again, links to a lot of the live games that we are associated with, like Teen Vision TV 16. All right, let's see. I think that's going to about do it tonight. I told you it would be brief. It would be informal. Just a couple football fans talking it up and showing a couple highlights. And again, if you're watching us live right now or maybe even on demand after the fact, watching a replay, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And we also have a new feature. It's called Thanks, and you can give us a thanks. That's a very small monetary donation to support the show and what we do to try to bring sports coverage to the Inland Empire. It's low as like it's $2 or something like that. So anyways, that's what we're trying to do. Really focus on the YouTube channel right now for Inland Sports. And again, on Friday nights, all the way back, I think it was 2015, we've been doing Sports Weekly Live on IEMG, the only high school football show in the Inland Empire. We're hoping it'll be back as early as next week. We're just waiting on some paperwork and some funding to go through, so that way we can bring you the best sports coverage. We normally cover between about 12 to 15 games every single Thursday and or Friday night for Sports Weekly Live. And again, a ton of scores, like 50 different scores, all the scores that we can gather. So we're hoping that'll come back next Friday night. If not, you'll be stuck with me showing a couple games, a couple scores, maybe a look at the website, whatever we got. But again, we love high school football here on the Inland Sports Show. We didn't want to obviously just ignore it and not talk about it. We wanted to do something. So again, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. In just a little bit, we'll upload some individual highlights from some of the games that you just saw as well. My name is Pep Fernandez, and good luck to all our teams playing on Saturday. And until then, we will see you next time on Inland Sports and hopefully Sports Weekly Live on IEMG. We'll see you then.